So just to tell you a little bit about PayPlan, we are a family business. We've been going for 20 something years. I am part of the family, and so if my parents gave me nothing else as a teenager, it was a very terrifying, robust attitude towards credit and credit cards. You know, that was the one thing they engraved into me. And so I've very much grown up in the business and seen things change. And despite the changes that we've seen, despite some of the things we've talked about today in terms of different economic climates, different changes to the welfare benefits available, a lot of the things that we see have remained the same over the last 20 years. And that's around clients coming to us feeling very isolated, very ashamed, very fearful about what's going to happen next. And so our focus really is about breaking down barriers and trying to make as many clients engage with debt advice and get through to a solution. So not just about that initial interaction, but actually move forward with their lives. And the way we see that happening really is through helping clients with particular vulnerabilities. And what's really important is forming really good partnerships. We will see twice as many people this year as we did 2 years ago. We've already seen 10,000 clients this month. We've helped about 1 million clients in total, and this year we think we'll see 120,000 over that year. But as I say, a lot of the problems are the same, and clients do come to us, and we still get a lot of clients who start on that journey with us and then disengage. Our focus over the last 2 years has been really trying to stop that. So not just getting clients to come in and take a tiny bit of information and go and be no better off, but actually how do we get our arms around them and help them really get forward to a solution. And one of the biggest things that we've done is change the way that we engage. So we've traditionally dealt with people via the telephone. Even when clients came through to us online, what we'd often do is then ring them, which sounds crazy now when you think about it, but actually at the time, that's what we were used to doing. And so what we've really done is focus on how we can continue in that engagement in a way that makes the client feel at ease, but also allows us to get the right quality of information so that we can give them the right solution, which has been a challenge. You know, it's not something we've just been able to deliver and get right first time, and Luke's going to talk to you next about that a bit more. What we've seen is we've seen a really big increase in the number of people who actually come to a solution. So now a lot of clients we still do get a lot of clients who ring us on the phone, but a lot will do the digital route. And that's made a massive difference just in terms of the number of people who actually get into a solution, but then stay in a solution several years down the road. And we found as well particular challenges around clients with us who've been with us for several years, still felt, when they had to talk to us annually to check them in the right solution, still felt awful about ringing us, even though they'd paid us month in, month out. Now, about 70% of our clients engage with us digitally several years in. And that's meant that the quality of conversation that we've had with them, albeit online, has really, really improved. And we can check they're still in the right plan. So as I say, the impact of that has been a 30% increase in the number of people getting into a plan or a solution. You guys probably see the real complex cases. And cases that come to us are often those who have some ability to repay their debt, which is why it's important that we have a partnership. Because the world of debt advice is so complex, we are never going to be all things to all people. We can't replace the face-to-face advisors who can see the client and understand the very special needs. We tend to see those clients who do have some money available and can pay something towards their debts long term. They still though have a very complex set of vulnerabilities. And so we're trying to do things to help, first of all, knock down some of the barriers to awareness. First of all, identify those clients who might not be engaging because they feel embarrassed and ashamed, and so we're doing campaigns, actually being led by Raina here, on how to talk about debt, how to spot signs of when people might need some advice. We have a lot of clients that come to us through family and friends. How can we increase that and just get word of mouth out there? A lot of people have never heard of us unless you've had a debt problem or you work in a face-to-face advice agency or a creditor. So how can we continue to build up that? And also we're always looking for signs of additional vulnerability. We have a very good rate of clients when they know that they talk to us, they will disclose they've got a special vulnerability. But then what do we do with that information? We also know a lot of clients, I think it was touched on earlier, come to us and they perhaps can't talk to their family. What do we do there? How do we sort of watch for special warning signs and adapt our behaviour? One of the campaigns that I'm particularly keen on getting involved in this year is we're looking at financial abuse, and also the relationship between financial abuse and domestic abuse. And so that's something I'm going to be talking about a lot this year to help First of all, identify those who are in that situation and might not be aware, but also those that are conscious that are in that situation. What can we do practically but safely to help them improve that situation? We also do a lot of signposting with other organisations, and it's very important we have these links with people on the ground as well and who see the client initially, so that we can keep that dialogue going throughout. You know, they might be with us for years, but sometimes we might still need to link back and have that conversation. And the other thing that we focus on is just, wherever possible, writing off debt. So last year we were very proud that we hit the £1 million mark in terms of getting that written off for our clients. It's important that everything that we do, no matter how we engage, whether it's digitally or not, no matter how we're dealing with certain client groups, has a core of quality to our advice. We're very proud. Last year we were Debt Advice Provider of the Year, and we've also got, we were really pleased with our AQS report that we have to do for the Mass Partnership, that talked a lot about the channel, the channels that we offer and how we're sort of doing well in engagement, but also just the sort of quality of advice, because if we're not nailing that, then there's no point in us being here and you guys can't trust us to work with us anyway. So that's one of our big focuses. But the other thing really is just about partnerships. We've been really proud of the relationships we've had here in the past, and we've always worked with Advice and I and Citizens Advice and I. We're really excited about this partnership we've got going. The guys who've been over here the last couple of weeks and been doing the training have loved it as well, and I think it's really good for us to see the context of actually what it's like in a different environment delivering this advice. I understand we've advised our first few clients and it's going very well, so that's really good. But really, you know, the three underlying things that we want to be focused on is breaking down the barriers by doing good quality engagement with the clients, focusing on those vulnerabilities where we can and raising awareness around that and breaking down those barriers, and really effective partnerships. So that's why we're so excited to be here today.